Hello everyone, welcome to the Smart Life. Today I have the Xiaomi AIoT AC2350 router. This is a dual band router with 7 external antennas, as you can see. It also has integrated AIoT function, and the dual band speed of the router is 2183 Mbps. So in today's video, I'm going to unbox this router and then I will set up this router, and I'll also compare this router with the Xiaomi Mi router AX1800. This is a Wi-Fi 6 router. However, this AC2350 is a Wi-Fi 5 dual band router. I'm going to compare these two because they are similarly priced, and all the components inside this AC2350 router is also very similar to the AX1800 or the Redmi AX5 router. However, the maximum speed of this router is greater than the Wi-Fi 6 routers, and this router is globally released, so the global firmware is also available. So in the video, I'll also show you how to install the global firmware in this AC2350 router. And it is also worth mentioning that for those who don't have many Wi-Fi 6 gadgets and those who have a lot of smart devices in their home, I think this router is suitable for them. So coming to the specifications of this router. So as I said, it supports 2183 Mbps speed. However, the AX1800 or the Redmi AX6 supports only up to 1733 Mbps speed. It has a 128 MB RAM. It has a Qualcomm processor, and this supports MoMeMo technology, and it supports up to 4x4 stream, that is 4 streams at the same time. So it has 7 external antenna and 1 internal antenna. Out of the 7 external antennas, 3 are for 2.4 GHz and 4 are for 5 GHz network, and it has 3 independent 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi amplifier, and it has another 4 independent Wi-Fi amplifier for the 5 GHz network, and the amplifier is same as the one that is present in this router, the AX1800 or the Redmi AX5, but this one has only two 2.4 GHz amplifier and the two 5 GHz amplifier. So there is 2 and 4 independent amplifiers, and it also has a separate internal antenna for the AIoT or the smart devices network. The AIoT network supports up to 150 Mbps speed, that is for the smart devices as shown here, and it has 4 gigabit LAN ports, and that's it. Now let's unbox it and see what is there inside. This packaging and the form factor is very similar to the Redmi AX6 router, and this is the router itself, and this is the quick user guide. They provide a LAN cable. This is a Cat 5e 90 cm LAN cable as usual, and this is the power adapter. The power adapter is 12 volt 1.5 amps, so that is more than the power of the Redmi AX5 or the AX1800 router. So let's keep this aside. Let's check the router. So it is very nicely packed. So it has 7 antennas here, as you can see, and 3 are for the 2.4 GHz network and the 4 are for the 5 GHz network. So that is quite good, and it has the Mi logo here, if you can see, Xiaomi logo. These are the 4 gigabit Ethernet ports, and this one is for the WAN, remaining are the LAN ports, and this is the power input and the reset button here. The default Wi-Fi name will be Xiaomi 512F, and that's it. And it has a lot of ventilation for cooling. The cooling efficiency will be quite good with this router. And this is a system indicator and the internet indicator here, and it says Mi AIoT router AC2350. Now let's power it up and set it up using the Mi WiFi app. The power cable length is 1 meter. So the system indicator has turned orange, and it should turn blue before you can set up. This is the WAN cable. Now the system indicator has turned blue and the internet indicator is orange. So let's try to set it up. I have the Mi WiFi app here. First, connect to the Wi-Fi of this router. Let's connect to the Xiaomi 512F 5G. You keep the Wi-Fi connection, and then now in the Mi WiFi app, it will detect this new router, so you can set it up. So it is already connected to the internet, so it doesn't need any other options. But if you have some dial-up or other options, then if you go to dial-up access, you need to provide your triple PoE accounts and so on, and you can also import ISP settings from your existing router. And in more options, you can set it up as other modes like wireless repeater mode. For me, I can simply go next, and I'll need to provide a Wi-Fi name and a password, and then if you want to provide a separate admin password, you can also do so, and finish. So now the setup has been completed. As you can see, the internet indicator is blue now, and we can connect to the router manually because the password has been set. So just connect to 5 GHz network, and enter your password and connect. So once you have connected, you can go back to your router and then it will pair automatically. So now it is paired, and as you can see, my phone is just connected to this router. So now if we go to toolbox and the settings, we can see the Wi-Fi settings. Here you can select to enable smart connect, that is combining 2.4 gigahertz and the 5 gigahertz network. So if you select this, then you will have only one network SSID and the router will select automatically based on your device. And here you can enable or disable the MoMeMo function as well as the AIoT function. Right now it's enabled, so for me I'll enable it. So now the setup is complete. Let's do a quick internet speed test. Okay, now I'll test the internet speed. And the download speed is 423 Mbps. So the upload speed is 244 Mbps. The usual maximum speed of my connection is around 500 to 600 Mbps. So this is quite a good speed. The upload speed is quite good with this router. Now I'll connect to the AX1800 router and check the speed. Now the AX1800 router has been connected to the internet. Now it is connected to the Wi-Fi of the AX1800, that is the Wi-Fi 6 network. And then I'll test the internet speed. In this case, the download speed is only 397 Mbps and the upload speed is 178 Mbps. So as you can see with the previous results, the speed of the AC2350 is better even if it doesn't have the Wi-Fi 6 network. And with the number of Wi-Fi signal amplifiers that it has, the coverage of the Wi-Fi will be obviously better than the AX1800 or the Redmi AX5. So I'll test the range of both the routers and I'll show you the results. For a test, I'll be using the iPerf 3. I'll set up the iPerf 3 server through one of the gigabit ports of the routers in this configuration that I have shown here, and then I'll test the network speed and the range of the routers. Now I have completed the iPerf 3 test of the Mi AC2350 router and the AX1800 router. So there are multiple locations in my place and I have tested the speed in each location. And these are the results. As you can see, the Xiaomi AC2350 router is better compared to the Wi-Fi 6 AX1800 router. So even though the AX1800 router is Wi-Fi 6 enabled and my phone is also Wi-Fi 6 enabled, since this router supports MoMeMo technology and it has 4-stream MoMeMo, that is the 4x4 MoMeMo using the 4 signal amplifiers, the speed is obviously increased and range of the AX1800 is little bit lesser than the AC2350. So that was the Wi-Fi network speed test and comparison of both these routers using iPerf 3. Now I'll show you how to upgrade the firmware of this router to the global version from the Chinese version. So since this router has been released internationally, you can get the international version or you can get this Chinese version and upgrade by yourself. So it is a very easy process and you can do it. In order to upgrade, you need to download the global firmware from the link that I have given in my video description. After that, you need to go to the web interface of the router using your computer. First, you make sure that your computer is connected to the AC2350 Wi-Fi. So mine is connected, and now you can go to miwifi.com and it will open the web interface. Here you log in with your administrator password and then you go to the second tab here and go to the I tab. So this is where we can upgrade. You can also translate if you have internet. So you can click manual upgrade. Here you can choose the file that you have downloaded from my video description. So select that bin file and open, and you can click start upgrade. Now it has started upgrade and the router system indicator colors will change. As you can see, this is currently flashing orange and the internet indicator is also orange. So we have to wait for everything to turn blue. Now the system is restarting. As you can see, the flashing has stopped and it's restarting. Now the restart is complete and both the system indicator as well as the internet indicator are blue. So now we can reconnect to this router. So go to your Wi-Fi settings and make sure that you have connected to the router. So it's connected. So now we can refresh this page. So go to miwifi.com and you can leave and you can log in with your password. Currently the language has not changed, but you can change from the web interface and go to the second tab like last time and go to I tab, and here you can select the language. So there are several languages available. As you can see, there is English as well as so many other languages here. Currently it is selected to Chinese, that is the default. So you can select English or any language of your choice, and currently the region is set to China. You can also change the time zone here to your time zone, and the time zone has been set, but you cannot change the region. So the router did not reset, it just upgraded the firmware to the international firmware. So all the original settings are still present here, as you can see. And that's it, the upgrade is completed. Let's check whether we can access the router from the Mi WiFi app. So this is the Mi WiFi app, and it is still accessible from the Mi WiFi app because the router did not reset from the last setup. So that is good, and all the settings are still the same. And here you can see that the current firmware is 3.0.36. that is the global version of the firmware. One thing that you should note is that if you reset this router after upgrading to the international firmware, then you will not be able to select China as the region using this app or using the web interface. You can set any other country but not China. So you should note that if you want your router to be set to the Chinese region. So there was a tutorial review and comparison of the Xiaomi AC2350 router and the Xiaomi AX1800 Wi-Fi 6 router. Even though this router doesn't have the Wi-Fi 6 function, because of the multiple number of Wi-Fi signal amplifiers, the coverage and the performance of this Wi-Fi router seems to be better than the Xiaomi AX1800 Wi-Fi 6 router that I have here. It has 4 independent signal amplifiers for 5 GHz network. However, this router has only two 5 GHz network signal amplifier. The signal amplifiers of these two routers are the same chip, but this one has 7 of them and this one has only 4 of them. The conclusion is that if you don't have many Wi-Fi 6 compatible devices and if you want a better network coverage, especially for the Wi-Fi 5 GHz network, then I think AC2350 is the one that you should buy. But if you have Wi-Fi 6 capable devices, then you can go for the AX1800. The price of these two routers are almost similar, and another advantage of the AC2350 is that the global firmware is available and you can buy the global version of this router, or you can buy the Chinese version and upgrade using the tutorial that I have just shown you. However, the AX1800 or the Redmi AX5 doesn't have the global firmware support, and we don't know when they are going to release that. So those are the things that I wanted to share with you today. I hope you find this review and tutorial useful. Please like and share this video and kindly subscribe to my channel. And if you want to buy the AC2350 router, please buy it from my affiliate link that I have given in my video description. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.